Well, you looked at EOH, and my old friend that reads and listens to the show, he said to me, listen, Frans, can we maybe look at Sabanya? And he wanted to know where on earth can Sabanya go, because he says, listen, I've got this counter, and this counter is just flying. I didn't believe that it can go as high. And strangely enough, Sabanya was also one of those companies that we called on the show. And we said, listen, guys, this company is starting to turn around. Now the same thing here is if you look at Sabanya, let's just have a look here. We see that the stock has been rallying beautifully over the last couple of months. Now, let's just show you here. I mean, there's Sabanya, and it started finding its feet during last year, July, at around 7 Rand, and now it's reaching, can you believe it, for 18 Rand. In actual fact, if I'm a trader, I'm a little bit worried because if I look at this candle shows me that there's some sellers around. It can be an ugly gravestone doji, so be careful. And I'll be, if I'm a trader, be nervous below 16 Rand 10 cents. But on the other hand, if it can break above 18 Rand, we can go a little bit higher. And he said to me, where can it go to? So let's have a look. And let's just draw it in there, and then you will see this company, Sabanya, and remember they also in the platinum gold area. And I want to use the weekly chart again, because if I look at this chart shows me that there's maybe some early days. Yes, it can pull back. I gave you the levels, but look at this chart. It fell off a cliff from about 70 Rand during August 2016. Then it built a beautiful base, and like Impala, exactly started to make some higher lows. And what makes me very optimistic is the following. It came back and it tested this 40-week moving average. You will also see, if you use the chart of Impala and you're doing the same, you will see that it came to test this 40-week moving average. Well, let's maybe just steal a minute of the show and just show you what happened with Impala. It did exactly the same. There you are. It tested that 40-week moving average, and that's positive, and then it rallied away. But just to get back to the question, Sabanya, where can it go to? And let's quickly see if we can maybe get a target for the viewer. Now, if you look at Sabanya here, I mean, it's still going up. At the momentum is still beautiful to the top. And for me personally, the big resistance is at around 20 Rand 50. So that will be a target for me if the momentum carries on. And remember, the stock, like Impala, had one beautiful rally in the last couple of months. So you can maybe expect sort of a breather. Now, there you are. If the stock can get to 20 Rand, that's a different story. But this beautiful rounded bottom say it can maybe reach for 20. So if I must answer the question, if the momentum remains to the top, the stock remains above that 15 Rand, 70 Rand level that you've seen there on the weekly chart, it will probably reach for 20 Rand in time to come. And remember, what's nice about Sabanya, they do platinum and they do gold. And that means platinum is starting to improving, and even the gold price is back above $1,300. That is seen as positive. Well, somebody asked me, listen, can you maybe just look at Anglo Gold? And I can remember this viewer, when the stock was close to, I'm going to show you, close to 100, and he almost had a heart attack. He said, listen, can the stock even go lower than 100 Rand? Well, it touched it. It never got there. That's the beauty about it. It never got there. But if you look at the stock here, I just want to draw it in here. You can see. Let's just get it out there. If you look at the stock here, I mean, we had a beautiful rally. And well, can you believe it? On that show, I can remember it was me and Julieta. And I said to Julieta, listen, Julieta, I hope it doesn't get to 100 Rand. Now, there you are. It was close to 100 Rand on that day. But then since then, it rallied beautifully. But for me personally, the stock had a beautiful rally, but it's starting to warn me. And the reason why I'm a little bit nervous, let's just have a see. Let's have a look what we see here. And there you are. The moment I do that, you will immediately recognize that there's a head and shoulder formation in the making here. And unless the Rand still supports the company and the gold price start to rally, I think it's not going to take a long way before we break this neckline. And this neckline sits at 183.89. And if that line breaks of 183.89, that will confirm the left shoulder and the head and the right shoulder. And what do we see here? If I take that extension and I take it all the way back, let's go there, and it can maybe go to 154 Rand. Oh, and there's the clue. Where can it go to? If I just want to draw a line in here, you guys will see immediately what I'm talking about. It can go to that little gap there. Let's go to that gap and just show you, and then we can see. I just want to draw it in there quickly. There you are. Oops, sorry guys. There's the gap, that little gap there. There's the gap. The gap opens at 157.47 and it closes at 156.35. So I think that gap will maybe close when this head and shoulder plays out to the bottom. Now, if you missed out on Anglo Gold and you want to buy it and this neckline breaks, yes, I think wait at this little gap and then maybe you can buy it back there. Well, we had another request. And that was to say, somebody said, can we maybe look at Woolish? The guy said he's got Woolish for a while now and he's quite excited about the company. But unfortunately, the share price is messing around with him. Now, he's quite right. The share price is messing. And the simple reason why the share price is messing, it doesn't want to move. And it's moving all the way to the downside. That makes me a little bit nervous. And remember, this is one of the stalwarts. And it was a beautiful company, but look at these sell-offs. Break there all the way to the downside. Look, you can also see a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. That was a warning. But I think he wants to buy in again, and I just think maybe it's time to sit on your hands. And I just want to draw a line in here, and then he will see immediately what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing a triangle formation. Now a triangle formation is going to do one of two things. It's either going to you can almost say, break to the upside or to the downside. And while we're in the symmetrical triangle, really, I think just play poker face. Let's just sit on our hands. And it will only break, there's your level, it will only break above 46.74. Below 46.74, the momentum is clearly to the downside. In actual fact, if it breaks below that low of 44 Rand, it can take the stock all the way down to 41.56. So really, although you like the company, although you believe that the company is going to turn around, this chart tells me that things are not 100% kosher and that the stock can easily disappoint and go even lower. So for me, sit on your hands and don't even buy it. Now, we had another request, and that was a guy that said, listen, what about new silver? Everybody is talking about platinum and all these other, you can almost say commodities. Nobody talks about new silver. Now, I want to show him new silver's chart. And the reason why he's talking about it, he said, you know, silver is just so cheap. It can actually surprise you if it starts to go. Now, I want to show him here. And this is now a weekly chart because new silver is, first of all, an exchange-traded fund. But remember, the high of the stock was, the exchange-traded fund was around, let's say, 282 Rand 86 cents. But it's fell all of the cliff. But what I like about this company, look at this 40-week moving average of new silver. Sorry, not the company, exchange-traded fund. What I like about this fund is that if you look at this, it's starting to consolidate above this 40-week moving average. And once again, we see a beautiful turnaround pattern here. I see an inverse head and shoulder. There you are. There's the left shoulder. There's the head. There's the right shoulder. And the neckline is sitting at 2 Rand and 18 cents. If 2 Rand 18 cents can break to the top, we've got two targets, and I've showed you earlier in the program how do we get to that. Is 2 Rand 26, and if we extend that one to the top, it will probably go to that high, and that will be at 2 Rand and 40 cents. So I really hope that that can take place because new silver is being under pressure. And what do we see here? There's a low of around 185, and it tested that again in you can say in November last year. That one was in February, and that gives you a double bottom. But where will it be confirmed? Let's just show the viewers here. Apart from that head and shoulder formation, inverse head and shoulder, if it gets above 2 Rand 20, this double bottom will be confirmed, and that will take the stock easily back to this high of 240. So I like the exchange traded fund. And remember, this is not physical silver. This is just a paper instrument where you buy, you can almost say, an option that the new silver or the silver price will go up. And then we add another one, always Naspers. And this guy said, Frans, I love Naspers. I just think the company can go higher and higher. Can you give me a target to the top? Because I just want to hold on, because I believe this company is a 4,000 Rand company. Can you maybe give me a target? Now let's have a look. I mean, there's Naspers. And I mean, remember, this is still the star of the market for many years. And there's the 40-week moving average. It remains above that all the way. It just broke above it. Look at this beautiful goodbye kiss. But for me personally, I think this is the clue. The clue is this resistance line. And if you look at that line, Naspers need to break above this line. Because if it breaks above this line, there you are, 3,442 Rand 94. I think it can reach for 3,654 and even as high as 3,888 Rand. But for me personally, I think we had a beautiful rally in Naspers, and I'm still seeing this high and a lower high, and I only want to be optimistic when this line turns into a support. Then I know that these lower highs are starting to show that the investors wants to push the stock higher. Now it sounds a little bit strange. Why do I say that? I say that because I believe that the Nasdaq, and I maybe have a little bit of time just to show the Nasdaq for you guys, that I believe that the Nasdaq had such a beautiful rally that I wonder if it can continue it. Well, sorry guys, my time is out. And well, let's hope that the Nasdaq doesn't crack, and we hope that Naspers can bounce above that, and we'll talk again. See you, and again, goodbye.